Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Parrot Show. My name is Peter Orina, and I remain your host. We are reporting live from Nigeria today, and I'm here with Mr. John Yakubu, former chairman, Esan local government between 2007 and 2010. And he is the PDP candidate for the local government. And like a lot of you would have known by now, the 2013 Edo State local election has come and gone. The one for Esan local government happened on the 23rd of April 2013. But unfortunately, it was cancelled. And as we speak, there is no chairman for that local government. So we are here today, we are fortunate to be here today with Mr. John Yakubu to talk about why he thinks that election was cancelled. So Mr. John Yakubu, you are welcome to Parrot Show.
You are welcome. It is my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. John Yakubu, you are becoming a symbol. You're becoming a brand. Because each time people talk about you, another name comes into play, Governor Oshomole. In 2012, there was a build-up to that election. And there was this cross-political agreement that let's vote for Oshomole. And most of the Edo State people voted for Oshomole. And when I came to Nigeria during your election, I saw that same movement. Everybody, whether ACN or PDP, wanted to vote for Yakubu. And I said, this is good for democracy. If people can come together and do this, no matter what happens after, that would be political maturity and awareness among the electorate. So, I really want to know, first and foremost, who is the man John Yakubu?
Well, thank you. I am, like you said, John Hiwatioma Romosele Yakubu. I am from Esan Northeast local government, Are, as a village. And by the grace of God, I served this nation, NYC, in 1993, Port Harcourt, River State, the Port Harcourt Refining Company, Port Harcourt. And thereafter, by the grace of God, I went into private business. I have never worked with government. I went into private business. I went into the field of wealth creation. And that led me into oil and gas. And today, I am the managing director of Kedo Nigeria Limited, involved in LPG bottling and distribution in Edo State. Again, I am in the civil construction business. I got to the height of that too when I got the job to rent the 100 best space hostel as awarded by the federal government in the University of Benin. It was in 2007 that my people called me and said, look, we want you to represent us at the local government. And by the grace of God, by December 2007, I was elected as the chairman of Esan Northeast local government under PDP. I'm married with kids. I'm married to barrister Mrs. Cecilia Yakubu, and she's a public officer. Thank you.
All right, okay. Mr. Yakubu, that was a brief introduction of who you are as Mr. John Yakubu.
Yes.
And then you ventured into politics.
Yes.
What made you do that?
Well, it has been in my mind on how to serve my people. Because you actually, if you live and you live for yourself, you die for yourself. But when you live for the people, you live forever. So it has been in my mind. In my school days, as to be precise, in Auchi Polytechnic, I was a senator, representing the then Accounting Department Senatorial District. And by the grace of God, I served successfully with the Student Union government in 1992. That led to the very popular hunger strike of 1992 in Auchi Polytechnic for the purpose of making sure that the then Ganifa Emir of blessed memory is released from the cell in Abuja. And after that one-day hunger strike in our school, Ganifa Emir of the blessed memory was released by federal government, and we were happy for it. And today, in 2007, my people, Esan Northeast local government, under the party platform PDP, called of me for a service to the people. And by the grace of God, I obliged them, and I was elected in December 2007. And I did that tenure successfully from 2007 to 2010, when that administration was truncated by the government in power.
Okay. All right. What exactly were your achievements during your first short
in
qualities
office.
as
Well,
the chairman of Esan Northeast?
well, I would have loved a situation where I allow the people of Esan Northeast local government to begin to talk about my achievement, or allow a situation where you specifically go to the local government to ask them of my achievement for that period. But now that they are not here, I will let you know about some of the achievements that I had during my first tenure in office that endeared me to the people. During my first tenure in office as the chairman of the council, by the grace of God, we have 8 roads and drains of both sides asphalted. And that's for the first time in the history of my local government where you have a city chairman asphalting 8 roads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, with drains on both sides. And by the grace of God, I reconstructed the Bong police station, built an ultra-modern police station and a barrack for the police station, very close to the police station. You see that when you visit the local government. I did not stop there. And again, I had, for the first time, I had an estate for the local government that was meant to house the senior staff of the local government, because most of the senior staff of the council are people posted from other local government to Urumi. A situation where you are posted to Urumi as a senior staff and you are there for 1, 2, 3 months, you're looking for accommodation that will enable you carry out your job properly, was not healthy. So for that reason, for the first time, 20 years after that council was created, I put in place a building, an estate that will house the HOS, the chairman, the vice chairman, even the divisional police officer of that local government. That was constructed and completed. And for the same period under consideration, that review, we had over 16 transformers to assist the PHCN to give light to our people. And again, I have a lot of health centers that were built and equipped. And it's on record today that among the health centers that I constructed, there are some of them that you can gladly walk into today, and operation, like a predecessor told me, could be carried out. And that is why today you go to Esan Northeast local government, they'll tell you, yes, it was because of the coming of John Yakubu that we realized that the local government could do all this. And that is where we are sitting. That's what we're sitting on. And that's why the people are saying, yes.
I was actually going to ask you that because I thought, when you say you built all these things, I thought they said local government did not have enough money to do all this.
Let me tell you this. It's unfortunate that in local government administration in Nigeria, the transparency is very low because of the fact that the local council is an appendage of the state government. First of all, money don't come directly to the council. It gets to the state. They kind of do all the deductions they want to do at the state level before sending the little one that is now available to the council for whatever you can do for the council. But what we did, as an accountant by training, what I did was that I make sure that for every project that was executed during my period, the issue of cost benefit analysis was taken into consideration. If the project was going to cost me 10,000 and the benefit that will accrue for it will not be to the benefit of the people of Esan Northeast local government, John Yakubu, as the then chairman of the council, will not embark on that project. So we sat down and looked at those areas we needed to put our resources into. And by the grace of God, I did that, making sure that the benefit to the people of Esan Northeast local government was paramount. Like I said just now, any project, is it the police station, is it the road, is it the drains, is it the staff quarters? Once the cost-benefit analysis is done, I am not too sure that the benefit will outweigh the cost. John Yakubu, with the councillors and the other executive member of the council, will not get involved in such projects. And by the grace of God, by the time we finished, it was clear, very clear to everybody, including the government of Edo State, that yes, this is the only way you can impact positively on the people of the local government. When you talk about the issue of money, if you have 10 naira coming to the council and after payment of salary, staffs and other allowances, for God's sake, the other one belongs to the people. It is a crime. It is criminal for any person, after paying yourself the salary you have worked for, the balance that is left and you now still go behind the people to begin to steal that, it is a criminal offense, and I think it should be so treated. And that is what we did. Rather than taking that does not belong to us. When I was in the council, I paid my salary and allowances. And I swear I paid the salary and allowances of all the councillors and all the supervisory councillors. But what I didn't do was to go beyond that, my salary, and take that we're supposed to use to develop the council. And the people are aware of it. Esan Northeast local government, Uze and Urumi put together, they tell you today, yes, for the period John Yakubu was in the council, we saw development. We saw council in action. We saw council working. But since we left office on the 25th of October 2010 till date, nothing, as I speak to you, nothing is happening in that local government. And monthly, money is released to that council. Monthly salaries are paid. Monthly allowances are paid. Where is the imbalanced money meant for the development of that local government? They are sharing it in their pocket, they put it in their pocket, and I know, and I say it, one day they will pay for it.
So, from what you have said, you would be in support of local government autonomy.
I have been saying that right from 2007. At least financial autonomy. What are they doing to local government? Tell me the added advantage by passing that money to the state government. What do they do with it? Is there anything they add to it other than deductions approved and deductions that are not approved? All they do is to remove from it. Tell me the state government that acts to the money coming from Abuja. So what is the difference between sending the money straight to the council and sending it through the state government? We have been saying, and you can see that even the local government, Noge, went on strike, on warning strike about a week ago, protesting the fact that the Senate voted against the autonomy of the local government. The autonomy of the local government means that money coming to the local government would have been released to the council. The autonomy of the local government means that the councillors, including the chairman, will sit down, pay salary and allowances, and at the end of the day, the balance will be used to develop the council, including the internally generated revenue that will be added to whatever is coming from the federal government. But unfortunately, because of the fact that, like I said at the beginning, because of the fact that councils as an appendage of the state government, and it is a way of remote controlling the local government, they always want that money. It's a pity that what we are saying is that 10 naira is relieved from Abuja, the 10 naira goes to the state government coffer before sending it to the local government. And by the time the 10 naira is coming to the local government, it will now be 6 or 5 or 4. So what is the joint account? When we talk about joint account, what is the purpose of the joint account? Allow the Minister of Finance to release this fund directly to the council coffer so that they can administer the council and account for such money. So I'm in support of the local government autonomy. I know it will work wonders for the country. There will be development at that level, and people will know their right and defend their right.
And again, when there's a local government chairman,
Yes.
and development in the community is not seen, what you are saying is, from what you have been able to do and from what you know about the local government, that the people should hold the chairman and the executive responsible, because there's definitely money coming to the local government and they're supposed to use it for the people.
That's correct. Let me tell you this. Today, there's no local government in Nigeria that can gladly walk up to the people and say, I'll do A, B, C, or D without taking approval from the governor. And today, they are not accountable to the people, because when you call them and say, please, I was just giving only 5 naira last month to pay salary, ask the governor of the state. Ask the governor of the state. Because what they do, take for example, in a state like Edo State now, you really cannot complain about the chairman. You really cannot complain about the councillor. Because when you do that, what they tell you is that, look, what we have or what we see is money meant to pay salary. But when these things are released directly, whether this is happening or not, but that is the excuse for today. Whether governor is releasing money to them or not, but that is the excuse for today. That is why people really cannot hold the chairman or the executive responsible for nothing going on at the council. Because when you go to them and say, well, we'll do the one we can because this is the amount of money we'll have. Who is there to check whether A, B, C, and D was released to the council? I am also sure. I want to ask the governor to please allow councils to function. To please allow councils to function. Let's watch it for about 3, 4, 5 years and see how it will be. We are Nigerians. We should be allowed to do our thing our own way. If it works, well and good. If it is not working, we Nigerians can again sit down and say, these things must change. So today, The council chairmen are not responsible to the people because they are actually not in charge.
But you served under that same situation,
Yes.
and because you were honest about it, you
Yes.
were able to deliver.
But
So
yet-
if other people are not doing it using excuses of the governor not releasing money, that's being dishonest.
There is what you call in Nigeria political esprit de corps or satanic esprit de corps. A situation where the chairman and whoever is, taking care of them will sit down and agree to defraud the people. Let me tell you this. Yes, I served under that situation, and by the grace of God, I was able to deliver. Now, councils are not free. It is not just about Edo State. It is not just about Edo State. It is not just about Oshomole. It is not just about ACN now. Though the ACN are voting against it now because they are benefiting heavily from it. Councils in Nigeria are not free. Rather, what they do is that they use the council to settle their political godfathers. And that's what they are doing. And that's why even when councils are crying, please give up freedom, the governors and the houses of assembly in Nigeria are saying no. I want to ask you, 10 naira is released from Abuja. What we're just saying here is that allow the 10 naira first to get to the council chairman, who is supposed to be the person responsible for disbursing that money and taking responsibility to the people. They are saying no. Pass it through me. It's not that there is value added when you pass this money through the man. No value added. He's saying pass it through me so that I can emasculate this man. If there is value added, well and good. If 1 million is released from Abuja and the 1 million get to the council, nobody will cry. But when 1 million is released from in Abuja to the councils in Nigeria, less than 500,000 naira will get to the council. After all sorts of deductions have been made. And that is why people like me have been saying it, and I continue to say it. Free the council so that it can be responsible to the people.
To the people. Because that was why
That's the reason for elected.
They should be able to serve their people to the best of their abilities. And okay, now we know, we talked about the council now. There's an agitation for an autonomy for the council in Nigeria. I think the House of Rep voted in favor.
They did. They voted in favor. Kudos to the House of Rep. True representation. We went around the entire country, and it was very clear that what the people of this country wanted was a free council, an independent council.
Yeah. So let's see if the Senate will revisit
They definitely have to. They have to, because we must have our own way of meeting the need of our people.